here on Troy's Take on Falmouth in Focus has taken us all over this town from sea to shining sea as we've done these spots, highlighting the people and places that make Falmouth a community. From the White House to the People's House at Town Hall, from the old Stolen Dock to the old church, the first church of the Messiah down in Woods Hole. We've been all over this great community, highlighting what makes this place of ours special. Today, we're actually back here where this all began, here at FCTV headquarters on Dillingham Ave, to reintroduce you to two pretty special men, two special brothers that make Falmouth a better place through their lens on life. That lens comes from a camera. So come with me and meet Dave and Gary Mutti. So, Dave, anyone that's ever eaten out in Falmouth has to recognize this face, right? I mean, in addition to this work here, your artistry has taken you into kitchens in Falmouth for the last 30 or plus years. The story I like to tell, though, is Dave came to Falmouth in the late 60s. And, lots of us were doing, well, actually, I wasn't doing anything crazy in the late 60s. I was born, but Dave would come down here and he'd go to the bars and the beaches in Falmouth Heights, and then, as you tell it, one time you just stayed.
You just stayed. I never went back. I figured it was faster. I mean, it was better to just stay here than hitchhike back and forth every week. So I just came down here, and it's been home ever since, in 1971,
So, and I know your journey took you to many different restaurants, but how you described it to me is you cooked to eat, meaning that paid the bills, yes. But your passion has always been photography. In fact, you were taught professionally at the School of the Museum of Fine Arts.
That's correct. I took that as a course at the Museum of Fine Arts, and then I went to another school up in Beverly, Montserrat School of Visual Arts, and I did more photography up there. And my father gave me my first camera, and he's no longer with us, so it's kind of like a point of pride that I'm continuing on and using a tool that he gave me, which is very nice,
So, Gary, you came here to Falmouth 5 years ago. Your brother beckoned you here, and it was a difficult time in your life, but you persevered, and you found a way to be grateful every day, and here you are 5 years later. Did you ever imagine that you'd have your photos on display with your brother when he handed you a camera and said, get out there and shoot?
Go shoot.
And he didn't mean turkeys or pheasants.
No, go take some pictures, and he was persistent, but it's a good thing because it's been a focus of my life now, and we enjoy it very much. It gets me to hang around with him a lot more, and it's been a good run down in Falmouth.
So Dave and Gary Mutti describe themselves as two bookends. Now, what's in the middle of those two bookends are two rich, beautiful, wonderful lives. What they didn't tell you is how they give back in other ways to the community. Dave has been with the Falmouth Community Thanksgiving dinner since its inception, cooking Thanksgiving meals for hundreds of Falmouthites every year. I remember that first one and peeling onions with him more than 20 years ago, and he has been giving back ever since. Now his brother Gary is here doing the same. So those two bookends are making all of our lives richer. Come on down to FCTV and read the book. See what the lens on the world from these two amazing brothers is. They have over 100,000 digital photos on file, and many of those photos will be on display here at FCTV in the Mazer Gallery for the next month. I hope to see you here. I'm Falmouth Enterprise columnist Troy Clarkson, and that's my take.